believe that 36 million people had their identities stolen in the past 6 years. The number of people who had their identities stolen for each of the 6 years, that's why I got it wrong, 6 years in succession, form an arithmetic sequence. If 7.35 million people had their identities stolen in the 5th year, how many people had their identities stolen in the 1st year of the 5-year span? All right, now I know I did it wrong. So here we go. In year, what does the word arithmetic mean? Arithmetic means linear. So this is a linear equation. So as soon as you know that it's linear, what you're going to do is you're going to make a table, and you're trying to get an equation in y equals mx plus b form. So as soon as you see this arithmetic, you know it's linear. Incidentally, geometric means that it is exponential. All right, so that makes it much more difficult. You'll never see that in Mathletics, but you could see that in math counts. So we know in the 5th year we had 7.35 million people have their identities stolen. And we have year 6, year 4, year 3, year 2, and year 1. And we know that the sum of all of these years is going to equal 36 million. All right, so if we know we have a linear relationship, how many people have it stolen in year 6? Well, we know it's going to be 7.35 million plus the slope. Because in arithmetic sequence, it's going to go up by the slope every time, right? So plus S6, my goodness. Plus, do I know what the slope is? No, I don't know what the slope is. So I'm going to write x. All right, so the year prior to year 5, what goes in this column?
7.35 minus x.
Oh my goodness, Cooper, you are on the ball. So what happens 2 years prior to year 5? So 7.35, yes, Johnny, minus 2x. Yeah, I got to get the Johnny in there so future generations of mathletes like, oh, I remember Johnny. How about this one right here?
7.35
All right. 7.35 minus what?
3x.
And finally, this one?
7.35 minus 4.
So when I add all of these together, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 groups of 7.35. How many groups of x do I have? Well, there's no x here. X minus x is equal to 0. So we have negative 2x, negative 3x, negative 4x, which is a total of negative 9x. And that all together is going to equal 36. So now we can do 6 times this bad boy here. So 6 times 7.35. And so we get 44.1 minus 9x is equal to 36. So I will subtract this from 36. And so I get negative 9x is equal to negative 8.1. What will I do to both sides to get the x by itself? Divide by negative 9. And so I get the slope is equal to 0.9. And so now we can go back to the question, and we want to know how many identities were stolen in the 1st year of the 5 years. And so we can go over to this column here. We have our 7.35 minus 4 times 0.9.
Would it be just easier to add them all, the first 5 years all together, than plug in x?
I'm going with this. I'm going this way. If I'm wrong, then we'll try your way.
I think they both work.
Either one's fine. All right. So I find this a little simpler. I don't know. Okay, but you can explain your way in a moment if you'd like. Okay, you're good. All right, so we have 4 times 0.9. And so that's our negative. And so we're going to add that to our 7.35. And I get 3.75. Yes!
I mean, I was not even close.
That's right, folks.